That's a cool looking Western Star.
happy customer. You may be wondering why I'm wearing this winter hat. It's because this is Quebec, so it's much further to the north than Toronto, which is cold, colder than southern US where I picked up this machine. But Quebec is always like, it's probably like +6 Celsius, or I'm guessing 40 F outside, and it's so windy. And the other guy was unloading, and there was so much dust in the air that, you know, if you're not careful, it gets to your under your collar. Okay, now I just need to, I'm using an app on my phone to scan. It's just 3 sheets. And that's the excavator, right? That I just brought and I drove myself. But this one, I like these John Deeres. They're so quiet, you know? They're so, oops, sorry, so powerful. Okay, I got, yeah, 4 pages. So share, PDF file, dispatch, and I copy to the boss, load, delivered. And that's it. Now, I just have to, you know, one thing you need to have in the truck is the stapler and lots of extra staples. So I will just keep it next to my seat. And this will go in the envelope, and I collect them, all the bills of lading, and I mail them to the office maybe like twice a month. Now the only thing I need now, because I didn't receive any dispatches, I have no idea where I'm going. Am I driving empty? So I need to find a truck stop, especially since I just had a couple of snacks. Oh, one thing I wanted to say, the guy who was, you know, watching me and monitoring kind of like my unloading, I asked him about paperwork and he said something in French I didn't understand, and then he went inside the building. So I thought he said, you know, bring your paperwork. I went inside and I see some guy sitting behind a desk, like a different guy. And I said, do you know how I get the signature? I just delivered a new machine. And he speaks, you know, great English. Brought me to the desk of this guy responsible for this, and he was not there, so he called him on the phone, and I just heard bureau, you know, office. In German, I know bureau is office, so he was saying that there's a transport, you know, like a transport driver is here in the office waiting for you. And he says, coffee? I said, sure. Even though I'm trying to cut the consumption, but the rule in trucking is never say no to free coffee, you know. And he said, just wait. And he, you know, very nice, such a nice guy, and he basically led me just around the corner, and they have this machine. And I'm telling you one thing I learned in Quebec, I always have trouble with these coffee machines, because even small stores, like you go to a, you know, gas station, they don't have like regular jugs with coffee. Most of them just have a machine, you know, somewhere in the corner, and either you pay right at the machine, like, you know, use coins, or you pay later at the counter. But the machine, all the instructions are in French, you know. Like on this one, I was joking, I said, does this machine speak English? And he just, oh, normal, and he just, helped me program it. I would never have guessed, for example, that depart means start. Would I have guessed? How can depart have the meaning of start the brewing? Because yeah, they have a big, this whole bunch of buttons, right? And everything, all the stickers on them are in French. So, but for the help of this guy, I would never have gotten coffee, even though it was free. And I said, departure. And he said, oh, start, go. Okay. So I got some nice coffee. And I said, how do you make it strong? Strong. And there was a little picture with, like, again, I would never have guessed that means strong. Like, strong, in the States, where you can push extra, it says, press the, like in some rest areas, it gives you an option on the machine. Press the, like, either a star or asterisk for stronger coffee, because usually it's like, look, weak. And over here there was a picture of 3 beans. Like, instead of 1 bean, there was like a picture of 3 coffee beans, meaning that more grind, whatever. Anyway, so that's one thing confusing about the coffee machines in Quebec. Okay, so I'm now using my truck directory, and it has Quebec, and I gotta try to find okay, where's Canada East? Yeah, for some reason they don't have, like, for the states, this book has each state on its own page, but for Canada they have like 2 sections: Canada West, Canada East. Canada West is like Alberta, Saskatchewan, and then Canada East is Quebec, Ontario. Okay, couldn't find any truck stops on in the directory, so I had to use my trucker path, because I called dispatch and I said, what do you want me to do? And they said, you're loading in the morning. So they say stay around Montreal, just preferably in the east side. And so I found some truck stop, heading there now. 30 kilometers or 20 miles.
I found the truck stop. Just one last thing I wanted to show you guys is how French do it. That's a cool looking Western Star. But I never understand those bumpers, where you have a hole in front of the tire. Like, it doesn't seem, the proper way to do it, because the tire is still, like, it's a setback axle, but the bumper doesn't cover that hole, Anyways, you can see it's a flat roof, probably the same sleeper size as mine. But it's a Western Stars and much bigger tires on the front. And this one has a humongous, I was coming from the back through the pumps, and I saw this guy's trailer, and it's one of those, multi axle. He has like a spreader bar in the back, and he had a pilot car, because he was trying to back, but he's so long. So like the guy next to him, Ontario Freightliner, with a 53-foot trailer, and this guy sticks out like that. And that's kind of like my problem all the time, right? So I just now managed to, I had some trouble moving my 5th wheel last time. I wanted to move it when I was in Somerville, South Carolina, because the same thing, it was so tight and people were passing me right in front of my hood, And so now, after like 5 minutes of going back and forth, I finally managed to unlock my 5th wheel, and I moved it all the way back. I moved the truck all the way back. So you see how I see, right? Just a little bit forward, like this guy. You see, that's supposed to be the line, right? So my bumper, the edge of my truck is supposed to be here. So now everybody will be passing between that guy and me, because we are the longest vehicles over here. But this is the best parking spot I found so far. And I went all the way back to the curb in there, There's a bunch of debris and lots of nails. Kind of like a scary little truck stop. This is a petrol pass. Probably has what, like 1,500 truck spots. So better go inside and see what they have in terms of nutrition for the body. All right, that's it.